Councilman Bodier.
Present.
Councilman Chatelain.
Present.
Councilman Hewitt.
Present.
Councilman Landry.
Present.
Councilman Murray.
Present.
Mayor Mosca.
Present.
Police Chief Walker.
Here.
Fire Chief St. Cyr is absent. And City Attorney Corsell.
On the
is
way.
here. I think he's here. He's,
Are these microphones working?
he's here. He's just not sitting here. Yeah, he's here. Is it work? Testing, testing. Yeah.
Because I turned those knobs.
Kind of low. You might
I
have to put a
turned
little,
those knobs down.
might put a little louder.
Testing. It's on?
You can put a little louder.
All right. We have a couple of special presentations and also a couple of programs that are going to be given by two other people. The first presentation is to a man whose family has dedicated their lives to Harahan, both mother and father. And he has grown out of a value system with his family that is equal to no other. He's religious, ethical, intelligent, workaholic, dedicated. He's been involved with every asset of Harahan life, including St. Rita, Knights of Columbus, Senior Center, Recreation, proud father of two boys.
Yes.
Right? Right?
I know you're talking about.
Proud father of two boys. A man that has built his reputation on character, strong family values, and has dedicated 8 years of his life politically as an elected official, not to mention how much of his life has been spent outside of this chamber on volunteering and making himself available to our whole community. So tonight we're presenting to Lawrence Landry, and we expect you to give a speech, Lawrence.
No.
Our sincere appreciation, that's the city, sincere appreciation for the 8 years you have served on the Harahan Council, served all of us well, gave me guidance, gave me counsel, and I want to say that we'd like to present this to you on behalf of the city.
I am not going to give a speech. I didn't expect this at all. It's very surprising, but I humbly accept it, and thank you all very much. I really, I'll have some more to say next month. Thank you all very much.
We have another plaque we would like to present to another dedicated civil servant of our city who has lived, breathed, walked, talked the fire department most of all of her life while being in Harahan. But besides that, as a public servant, we've had our differences, and she's corrected me on many occasions. She was right. But it's Cindy Murray.
Wow.
It's Cindy Murray. And again, you know, sitting next to a person and engaging with her the day-to-day conversations of government, she's a strong-willed person, and her heart is in Harahan and has the best interests of Harahan within her whole being. The only other thing I want to say about Cindy is that, you know, she'll speak her piece, and she'll let you know where she stands, which sometimes allows other people to sit back and reflect on how to follow her. So we want to present you with this plaque too, and ask you to give a few words. 8 years of service.
Thank you all very
very much. I appreciate this very much. If it wasn't for the love and dedication of my husband and my family, I couldn't do this. 37 years of marriage has been pure bliss, and I hope another 37 years of marriage will be. The man has a place in heaven. He's put up with me all these years. Actually, it's been close to 40. So thank you so much, sweetheart. And thank you for everything you've done for me. And thank you for everybody else. I have truly enjoyed my time here. I will miss it. I still hope to be involved. And who knows what the future will bring. Thank you all.
Well, we would hope both Cindy and Lawrence would maintain their involvement and their experience and their knowledge of city government for many, many, many years to come. Before we have the next two presentations, I want to congratulate those who won and their supporters. Hard-fought races, and they did a great job. The city is blessed to have people run for office because it's hard to get people to want to subject themselves to government. The people that ran, I thank them. The people that won, I thank them. On an individual note, I want to, if I have offended anyone during my 22 years of governmental service, I certainly apologize. There have been times when I've been right and times when I've been wrong. And as I leave office, I'm going to be blessed to go back into the profession of practicing criminal law in state and federal court. And most of you have my cell number, so feel free to call me at any time. Also, I want to thank, and I'll do this more at the next meeting, but all the employees who have dedicated themselves to service for the city made my life a lot easier. And for you new people coming in, I wish you the best. I know that your heart is in the city, that you want to do the best for Harahan. And all I can tell you is that there's ups and downs, but at the end of the day, be happy. And when you get up, be happy, and you'll serve the city well. Thank you. We have somebody here from Emergency Services. Chief, why don't you come up and introduce them?
We have two presentations tonight. Start off with Darlene Santana. She's with the Metropolitan Center for Women and Children. She's going to make us a brief presentation what services are offered to our community and to the parish also.
Hi, good evening. Thank you, Mayor Mosca, City Council members, and folks in the audience. And Chief Walker, thank you for inviting me. The Metropolitan Center for Women and Children is a social service, nonprofit 501c3 agency that provides services for survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, and human trafficking. You all have a folder in front of you that has some samples of the literature that we have, as well as a purple fact sheet about just the information. I'm going to briefly go over this right now, and a letter from me describing the services in a little more detail. I'm just going to take a few minutes. This presentation, of course, takes a lot longer. But briefly, the agency was established in 1986, so we've been around for a long time. At one time before I came on board with the agency, it was called the Metropolitan Battered Women's Program. But to more clearly define what we do, they changed the name to include Metropolitan Center for Women and Children, and now they're talking about possibly, this is my board, changing it again because we do provide services to men. We do have male survivors who come to us for help. We have our services that are available at our main office, which is here up the road on Jefferson Highway. And we have 3 shelters and 4 satellite offices. Our main shelter is our emergency shelter, where survivors come right after an incident or when they're fleeing a situation, and they can stay with us for 6 to 8 weeks. If they need help for a little bit longer, maybe it's a housing situation, a job situation, they can go into our transitional program and stay with us for up to a year. We serve 8 parishes including the city of Harahan, Jefferson, Orleans, St. Tammany, St. Bernard, and the Three River parishes. We have a 24-hour crisis line. I think that's one of the most important features of the services that we offer, that's answered by a person. So they don't get a machine that says press 1 for English or 2 for Spanish. It's answered by an advocate, a trained crisis counseling advocate who helps people identify what their needs are, or if they need to come to shelter, to help them navigate their way to us. We have emergency shelter, transitional shelter, individual and group counseling, medical advocacy program, legal advocacy to help survivors with the temporary restraining orders and also accompany them to court for their protective order hearings. Safety planning, career financial planning, and caregiver support. We have advocates that are bilingual in Spanish and Vietnamese, so we also do extensive work in those communities. In 2013, we provided services to 578 women, children, and men who are survivors of domestic violence. That's an unduplicated count. They come one time, but they return for counseling or stay with us and for housing for many days after that. We provided services to 426 survivors of sexual assault. That's an unduplicated count, and unfortunately, I must confess to you that the majority of that number is children that we provide sexual assault services to. In 2013, we received 4,926 calls to our crisis line, where somebody was able to speak to someone when they were at one of the most difficult times in their lives. We are certified by the Louisiana Department of Children and Family Services, which is our main source of funding, the Louisiana Foundation Against Sexual Assault, and the Louisiana Coalition Against Domestic Violence. We're one of 2 programs in the state of Louisiana to receive the National Standards of Excellence. So our program is monitored, audited, and we are very, very credible with the services that we provide. Like I said, our services are all free and confidential, and we do whatever we can as complete wraparound services to try to meet the needs of the people that come to us. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. And y'all have my card. If there's anything else you need, we do need volunteers. We do accept donations. So if you're getting off and you have some free time, give me a call. But thank you all so much. And if y'all need us, please give us a call. Thank you, Chief Walker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more presentation. Recently attended an emergency management meeting for the city of Harahan, and one of the problems that came up, how do we handle special needs individuals? I was at a meeting at Jefferson Parish Emergency Management meeting recently, and I understand from Charlie Hudson, the director, he's going to give a presentation about how they handle it. We can go online, and I'll let Charlie explain how we can register people with special needs that have problems when a crisis arrives, such as a hurricane. Thank you, Charlie.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and residents of Harahan. Thank you for allowing me to come and take a few moments of your time this evening. My name is Charlie Hudson. I'm the Director of Jefferson Parish Emergency Management. We prepare for all hazards approach, and Chief Walker had some concerns about evacuation in the city of Harahan. And we talked a little bit briefly about the medical needs that could be in this community, and we want to reach out to everyone and spread the word. Part of our all hazards approach for evacuation is having those assets for those that need help to get out. We have an online registration or a call-in registration. If those people who don't have the ability to get online to register for evacuation that have medical needs, you can call our office and we'll mail a pre-stamped envelope to your home with the application so you can fill it out and just put it right back in the mailbox and send it right back to us. We're concerned for our community. We're concerned for Harahan. I'm a resource for Harahan. Our title is Jefferson Parish, but we work for everyone. This council, this mayor, this chief, anyone has a resource support that they need from Jefferson Parish, they can count on us to help during these times of needs and these evacuations. The special needs evacuation guidelines do have a little stipulations of you can only have one caregiver ride with you when you do evacuate. If you're homebound, medical, and you can't evacuate on your own, when we have a potential for a mandatory evacuation on a category 3, 4, or 5, we'll have a database. You can register on our database all year long. You don't have to wait till hurricane season. And what that does is it gives us a name, it gives us an address, and we get your medical background. So when we do have a real evacuation, we call for that mandatory evacuation. We advertise our hotline number for you to call in. When you call up and say, my name is Jane Smith, I'm from Harahan, we pull it up on a data and we have all your information. We're finished with the conversation. We know that you're home. We know that you need help to evacuate. We have your address. We have your symptoms. We know what type of transportation you need in order to get out of the home. So we want to encourage people to call before storms, but call ahead. Use this time now between the holidays and hurricane season next year. I'm glad we had a quiet one this year. It gave us a lot of time to prepare. But let's use this time to talk to our residents, talk to our friends and families. We're going to reach out to the senior centers in this community also to try to spread the word as much as possible that we have this resource, and please use it. Like I said again, if it's online, or you can actually call our office, give us your name and address, and we'll mail it to that home so that they can fill out the application and send it right back to us. It won't cost them anything. We have a pre-postage envelope that goes with it. So please encourage those to help us out. We want to help you, help us. So thank you. Any questions, council?
I have one.
Yes, sir.
And it might be kind of foolish, but what is the criteria? I mean, do you have to be wheelchair bound,
Wheel-
or
is-
just, I mean,
Wheelchair
maybe you're
bound,
limp and you're old, don't move too
oxygen
quickly?
Oxygen dependent, wheelchair bound. You can't walk to a bus stop pretty much. A regular evacuation where we assist with transportation needs is to be able to walk to a bus stop, and the Jefferson Parish buses will ride those transit routes and pick people up. If you can't make it to that bus stop, then you may fit into this criteria. As you see the application, you fill it out, the residents filling it out, they'll see more and more. They're able to call our office and talk to our EMS person, and they'll talk them through it to see if there's any issues there. So,
Okay, let's see.
Just wondered, thank you.
all right, thank you. We appreciate the time, and always call if you need our help.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
Approval of the minutes. Reading of the minutes of the council.
No, we have address the council. Anyone want to
oh,
address the
sorry,
council
sorry.
now is welcome to do so.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, citizens of Harahan. My name is Craig Johnston. I just want to take a minute to tell you I appreciate your vote. I appreciate you electing me next council in the city of Harahan. It means a lot. Thank you again. Second thing I'd like to talk about tonight is on the agenda for new readings is going to be a council pay raise. I am against that. I hope that y'all are against it also, and majority are, I hope. I think that right now in the city, with budget-wise, it's more important to give to the departments that need it, rather than us elected officials. Well, I'm not elected. I'm elected, but not yet. But I'm elect, not up there. You know what I mean. But I'd rather see it go to the fire, the police, or other departments that need it. We are elected, and I don't think that. I think the money we get is sufficient enough. Also, I'd like to question any type of legal or ethics violations if people that are coming back to council were to vote on it. As far as I know, you're not able to vote if it actually affects you and stuff like that. And that's it. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, and Council, and the people of Harahan. My name's Mary LaBourgeois, my daughter Teresa. We own New Orleans Baskets of Blessings, and we've been here just 2 months at 7121 Jefferson Highway, directly across the street from St. Rita. And my daughter called to see if we could bring gifts to the council because you all do so much for the parish, and we feel so honored having our store here. We're a family-owned business. It's myself and 3 of my daughters. And just being here, so many people have come in to welcome us, to say if you need anything, just let us know. And it's just, we wanted to show our appreciation. So we have baskets for y'all, but we'll give those to you later. Anyway, when we called to see about doing that, Dana asked, well, would you like to come and present yourself at the meeting, and so thank you. And something else you wanted to say?
Just wanted to say thank you, and we're happy to be here.
What's the address again? Right across from St. Rita?
71, yes, right across the street from St. Rita, 7121 Jefferson Highway.
And the phone number again?
And the phone number?
Yeah, get a good advertisement, it's free television.
Okay, it's 287-4207.
How about your hours of operation?
Okay, hours of operation. We're
Christmas
closed
is
on
coming.
Monday, and we're open every day, except for Monday, from 10 till 7, except for on Sundays. Sundays till 2 o'clock. Okay, we do gift baskets, in fact, but it's not just gift baskets, it's gift for, and our motto is, a gift for every reason and season. So we have gifts in there from, for little babies to all the way on up. So, I mean, and I think our prices are very good. Anyway, with each basket that you get or each gift, we also put a special blessing on it with whoever it's for, their name, and whatever given occasion, birthday, Christmas, and we put a card on there with their name on it, making them feel special. So it's not just you're coming in to buy something. We really do. About a year ago, when we started thinking about this and what we were gonna do, our definite aim or objective was, whatever we do, we don't want to just be a store where people come in and buy something. We want to make people feel good when they come in and feel good when they leave. And so far, I think,
We've had great response. So
yes, we have. So I invite you all to come on in, see us, and, okay?
Great.
Thank you
Thank
so
you. Good
much.
luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Blessing.
Yeah.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Carrie Wheeler. I would first want to thank everybody for electing me to the Harahan City Council. I'm very excited, and like I've said before, I will promise to do my best for the city of Harahan. One issue that has been brought to my attention is, I'm currently on the Planning and Zoning Committee for the city of Harahan, and effective tonight, I'm hereby resigning from that committee. It was brought to my attention too that if we have a meeting in December, even if I attend, do not attend, because we get the documents to review a couple of weeks in advance before the meeting. If I choose not to vote and/or vote, if it goes before the council in January, which I will be on the council at that time, I cannot vote for it. So I'm going to go ahead and resign today, so that way if there is something that comes before the committee in December, I will be able to vote for it in January. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Anyone else wish to address the council? All right, Madam Clerk?
Now, approval of minutes. Reading of the minutes of the council meeting on October 16th.
Motion by Murray, second by Hewitt to dispense with the reading of the minutes. All in favor?
Yay.
Any opposed? 5 yeas, no nays. Motion by Bode, second by Landry to approve the minutes. All in favor? Any opposed? 5 yeas, no nays. Madam Clerk?
Communications, the Board of Adjustments and Appeals did not meet in October, and reading of the minutes of the Planning and Zoning Board on November 5th.
Motion by Chatelain, second by Bode to dispense with the reading of the minutes. All in favor?
Yay.
Any opposed? 5 yeas, no nays. Motion by Hewitt, second by Landry to dispense with the minutes. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, no nays. Resolutions?
The following resolution was offered, unanimously
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
unanimously by the council. A resolution ordering and calling a special election to be held in the city of Harahan, state of Louisiana, to authorize the continuation of a special tax therein, making application to the State Bond Commission in connection therewith, and providing for other matters in connection therewith. Be it resolved by the council of the city of Harahan, state of Louisiana, acting as governing authority of said city, that Section 1, subject to the approval of the State Bond Commission and under the authority conferred by Article 6, Sections 27, 30, and 32 of the Constitution of the State of Louisiana of 1974, the applicable provisions of Chapter 5 and Chapter 6A of the Louisiana Election Code, and other constitutional and statutory authority. A special election is hereby called and ordered to be held in the city on Saturday, March 28, 2015, between the hours of 7 a.m. and 8 o'clock p.m. in accordance with the provisions of LARS 18541. And at the said election, there shall be submitted to all registered voters qualified and entitled to a vote at the said election under the Constitution and laws of this state and the Constitution of the United States, the following proposition to wit: shall the city of Harahan, state of Louisiana, levy a special tax of 5 mills on all the property subject to taxation within the city, an estimated $403,730, reasonably expected at this time to be collected from the levy of the tax for an entire year, for a period of 10 years, beginning with the year 2015 and ending with the year 2024, for the purpose of constructing, acquiring, maintaining, and operating the city's fire protection facilities and equipment, including payment of salaries, insurance, and other expenses of the fire department of said city. Section 2, a notice of special election shall be published in the New Orleans Advocate newspaper for general circulation within the city, published in New Orleans, Louisiana, and being the official journal of the city, once a week for 4 consecutive weeks, with the first publication to be made not less than 45 days nor more than 90 days prior to the date of the election, which notice shall be substantially in the form attached hereto as Exhibit A, and incorporated herein by reference the same as if it were set forth herein in full. This governing authority shall meet at its regular meeting place, the City Hall Council Chambers, 6437 Jefferson Highway, Harahan, Louisiana, on Thursday, April 16, 2015, at 7:30 p.m., and then and there, in open and public session, proceed to examine and canvass the returns and declare the result of the said election. The polling places set forth in the aforesaid notice of special election are hereby designated as the polling places at which to hold the said election, and the commissioners in charge and commissioners, respectively, will be the same persons as those designated in accordance with the law. The officers designated to serve as commissioners in charge and commissioners pursuant to Section 4 hereof, or such substitutes therefore as may be selected and designated in accordance with LARS 18-1287, shall hold the said election as herein provided, and shall make due returns of said election for the meeting of the governing authority to be held on Thursday, April 16, 2015, as provided in Section 3 hereof. All registered voters in the city of Harahan will be entitled to vote at the special election, and voting machines shall be used. The city clerk of the city is hereby empowered, authorized, and directed to arrange for and to furnish to said election officers in ample time for the holding of said election the necessary equipment, forms, and other paraphernalia essential to the proper holding of said election, and the mayor and/or city clerk of the city are further authorized, empowered, and directed to take any and all further action required by state and/or federal law to arrange for the election. Certified copies of this resolution shall be forwarded to the Secretary of State, the Clerk of Court, and ex officio Parish Custodian of Voting Machines of Jefferson Parish, and the Register of Voters of Jefferson Parish, as notification of the special election, in order that each may prepare for said election and perform their respective functions as required by law. Application is made to the State Bond Commission for consent and authority to hold a special election as herein provided, and in the event said election carries for further consent and authority to continue to levy and collect the special tax provided for therein. A certified copy of this resolution shall be forwarded to the State Bond Commission on behalf of this governing authority, together with a letter requesting the prompt consideration and approval for this application. This governing authority made the announcements with respect to the adoption of this resolution required by LARS 4219-1 at its public meeting on Thursday, September 18, 2014, and published said announcement in the official journal on Friday, September 19, 2014. This resolution having been submitted to a vote, the vote thereon was as follows.
Ooh, that was exciting.
All right, this is a renewal, not a new millage. And what's the election date, Madam Clerk? March?
28th of March,
I'm sorry?
2015.
What's the election
The
date?
28th of March.
Okay. Next, Madam Clerk? We voted on that resolution. All in favor?
Yay.
Any opposed? 5 yeas, no nays, unanimous. Madam Clerk?
All right. The following resolution was offered by Councilman. Who would like to offer this one? Bodier. A resolution respectfully requesting assistance from Jefferson Parish Councilman Paul Johnston, District 2, for street repairs and resurfacing in the city of Harahan, Louisiana. Whereas the city of Harahan is a city within the parish of Jefferson, and whereas the repairing and resurfacing of city streets benefits the entire street system of the parish of Jefferson, and whereas the city of Harahan is respectfully requesting $300,000 from Jefferson Parish Councilman Paul Johnston, District 2, for street repairs and resurfacing in the city of Harahan, Louisiana. Now therefore be it resolved by the Harahan City Council, acting as governing authority of said city, that the city of Harahan respectfully requests assistance from Jefferson Parish Councilman Paul Johnston, District 2, for street repairs and resurfacing within the city of Harahan concerning the following streets: VFW Boulevard, Nimitz Drive, Colonial Club Drive, Fort J Avenue, Monroe Street, Keelman Avenue, 7th Street, 8th Street, 9th Street, Grover Street, Hebe Lane, and Elodie Avenue. The foregoing resolution having been submitted to a vote, the vote thereon was as follows.
All in favor?
We're missing Lawrence. Yay.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Which one? These streets were compiled with the assistance of Mayor Ferrera and our maintenance director, Evan Lorisello. For the streets. All in favor?
Yay.
Any opposed? 5 yeas, no nays. Madam Clerk?
Ordinances for introduction. The following ordinance was introduced by Councilman, who would like it?
Which one's
For the re-subdivision lots 30 and 31.
I'll take it.
Landry. An ordinance approving the re-subdivision of lots 30 and 31, Square V, Harahan City Subdivision, City of Harahan, Parish of Jefferson, State of Louisiana, made by Mandel Edwards Surveying Incorporated, dated May 21st, 2014. Number 2, the following ordinance was introduced by Councilman, the re-subdivision.
I'll take it.
Bodier. An ordinance approving the re-subdivision of lots 28 and 29, Square V, Harahan City Subdivision, City of Harahan, Parish of Jefferson, State of Louisiana, made by Mandel Edwards Surveying Incorporated, dated May 21st, 2014. Number 3, the following ordinance was introduced by Councilman, amending the 2014 budget.
Is that the one I asked you about?
Amending the 2014 budget? Yeah. And-
Cindy took it?
Cindy Murray. An ordinance amending ordinance number 1771, the annual budget of revenue and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2014, for the city of Harahan, Louisiana. Number 4, the following ordinance was introduced by Councilman, amending sales tax.
Diana, you want one?
Hewitt? Hewitt. An ordinance amending ordinance number 1770, the annual sales tax budget for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2014, for the city of Harahan, Louisiana. Number 5, the following ordinance was introduced by Councilman Bodier. An ordinance amending ordinance number 1767, the annual budget of revenue and expenditures for the sewage department for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2014, for the city of Harahan, Louisiana.
I'll take number 7.
The following ordinance was introduced by Councilman Landry. An 6. An ordinance amending ordinance number 1771, the annual budget of revenue and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2014, for the city of Harahan, Louisiana, and this is for the police department. The following ordinance was introduced by Councilman, this is 7, Hewitt. What is that? An ordinance amending ordinance number 1771, the annual budget of revenue and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2014, for the city of Harahan, Louisiana, and this is to transfer capital project funds to fund balance. Number 8, the following ordinance was introduced by Councilman Landry. An ordinance providing that the Harahan Municipal Code be supplemented to fix the amount of compensation of the elected public officials of the city of Harahan as required by LRS 33-4041 for the city council. And number 9, the following ordinance was introduced by Councilman Chatelain. An ordinance to amend ordinance number 1367 to terminate car allowance for the mayor of the city of Harahan.
Old business, Madam Clerk? All right, new business.
2014 budget.
We're amending that.
2014
Number
budget.
2,
Harahan Elementary would like to reserve Harahan Gym for Saturday, February 7th, 2015, from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. for the annual Mardi Gras Ball. They respectfully request the council to consider either a donation or a substantial discounted price of this venue.
I have no, I do not oppose the donation.
I'm with that.
Agree.
All in favor?
Yay.
Madam Clerk, you gotta make a note of that.
You got it.
5 yeas, no nays.
$1.
Yeah, $1.
What we did last year.
How about a quarter?
$1. Next, we have the Planning and Zoning Board resignation and nominee. Councilman Bode wanted to nominate Anthony Sequeria, put him on the list for next month.
Has Mr. Sequeira served for the city?
I don't know.
Not for the board, but hasn't he been a vendor of sorts for it? He's received money from the city for doing stuff.
Well, that's the city attorney to look that up.
You may need to check that, but he may not be able to.
No, he's no longer an employee.
He's no longer the mayor stopped the,
And council, what about an employee of the city?
All right.
Yeah, would you please check into that, council? I don't know if he does either, but we need to check.
All right. Next, address the council. Secretary's report, Madam Clerk.
Secretary's report for October 2014, revenues $291,931.40.
Pay bills, then we'll do reports.
Bills paid in October.
Can I ask something about the bills being paid?
Sure.
I noticed that, just a quickie, that we had paid all of our normal people who get stipends twice in this month. Why did we do that?
Why did we
Instead of
do
waiting-
that?
Sometimes they pay them at the beginning of the month, and then they pay them like the last week of the month for the next month.
Okay.
Sometimes the dates just work out.
We don't,
Depends on what day the Friday falls.
okay. I was just asking why we had paid stipends to our people who, depending upon what day the last Friday of the month falls, or the payday falls, correct? Yeah, they get paid the first week of the month.
All right. Reports, Lawrence,
Wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving, and that's all for me.
Eric.
I'd like to congratulate everybody on their election. Have a couple comments to make. Monkey business, I can handle it. Save Harahan, this is where I took over. It starts to plane out. Just want to let everybody know. I'm a positive guy. I'm not going to react to a negative campaign that attacked me. Someone from the Save Harahan group has called me and apologized and said they did not know anything about this piece coming out. The same note the person had no incumbent sign on their fence, which numerous other people did. That's a freedom, that's your right. You're more than welcome to do that. I'm not a negative guy. I'm a positive guy. I appreciate people putting out positive signs, and I look forward to moving the city forward. Anything I could help with the new administration, I'd be more than happy to take the phone call and help do anything I can. I was happy to serve the time I served here. I believe I made a difference. Some other people don't. And I think I ran a positive campaign. I'm very happy with the way everything went. I'm going to move on with my life. I'm a volunteer time at the playground. If I'm welcome to come here and volunteer, I will help out here too. So the city might have came out with both sides because I'm not giving up. I'm here to help move the city forward. Thank you.
Councilman Budi?
Just want to thank everybody who voted for me. I'm always going to try to work hard, and I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Councilman Hewitt?
I want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving, and I guess reiterate what the mayor said earlier about Lawrence and Cindy. Thank you for all of your time served, and you taught me a lot the last 4 years, so I appreciate the phone calls, the meetings, and the guidance, so thanks. I appreciate everyone re-electing me to the city council, and I look forward to working with the new administration. Thank you.
Councilman Murray?
Thank you all so much. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Congratulations to all the newly elected officials. And I would encourage everyone to please think about voting for the tax millage for, I believe that's coming up on March 26th. It's a renewal. 28th, I'm sorry, March 28th. Day before my birthday. So go out and celebrate. I'll be 29 again.
Right. You're looking good.
Anyway, thank you all very much. Y'all have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Well, we definitely need the renewal of the fire millage. I'm supporting it. I wish all of you would. Congratulate those who won and those who ran. Those people that won, we look forward to your term in office, and if I can do anything to assist any of you, I'm happy to do so. I've been blessed to have been a public official for the city of Harahan for 22 years. I pushed the envelope a little bit too far, so I'll be in private practice of law now, criminal law, state and federal court, 883-1969. Also, I'm very, as I said earlier, there are ups and downs with being an elected official. And I certainly, as I said, want to apologize to anyone I offended. I congratulate those who ran and were involved in the campaigns of the winners. I look forward to your term of office. I think that Harahan's a community, and we're blessed to have it as a community. For the newly elected officials, we look forward to you serving the city and with your creative ideas and new ideas. Harahan needs that. I sometimes created some controversy. Sometimes I created some happiness for people within the city. I always felt that I was user-friendly, and I always felt that I was so blessed to have the workforce around me, former Mayor Ferrera, City Clerk Nicole, Rena Sanders, wealth of information, Melinda, the Clerk of Court, her assistant. Of course, I would not be anywhere without David Corcel, that's for sure. Probably have been indicted by now. So I thank you, David, I thank you. But, and I also thank Albert Cusel for all the participation that you brought to the city. And my fellow council people, we've argued back and forth, but I have respect and dignity for everybody here. And I admit now, sometimes I was wrong, and I got corrected. Back then, I may not have admitted that. But my heart was in the right place. I tried to do the best I could for the city. And I know that some things worked, others didn't work. And Harahan will go on. It runs. Harahan's a city that runs itself, so to speak. People in government run Harahan, but the community is the community, and I don't think that's going to change. I don't think you'll ever see us be annexed into Jefferson Parish. I think the people here enjoy our city, enjoy the residential atmosphere, and also the fact that we have a police department, we have a fire department, we have a recreation department, sewer department, senior center, and snowball stands. So again, thank you for 22 interesting years. And next month, I look forward to saying goodbye to everybody. Thank you.
Chief report.
Chief.
I didn't talk about it, but, you know, they do it every year. No, you don't have to, that's just for you. Vicky.
All right, the Harahan Police Department report for the month of October 2014. We had 809 calls for service, 11 accidents. There was 175 citations issued for 234 charges. We had 8 patrol requests. Arrest, we had 69 total. Total number of charges were 119. 16 traffic, 22 felonies, 59 misdemeanors, and 22 city arrests. We had 1 residential burglary, 12 larceny thefts, and 8 assaults. Remind everybody, school's still in session, be aware of school zones, and also when the children are out during the holiday season. Thank you and happy Thanksgiving. God bless.
Motion to adjourn? Motion. By Murray, second by Bodie. All in favor? Any opposed? 5 yeas, no nays. Happy Thanksgiving.